What's up, everybody? This is Brad, and check this out. I got something interesting to show you guys today, and this is an image pulled straight from the new Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie, and as you can see, it's very obviously a Disney Afternoon-inspired mock-up version of a Smash Brothers image. Yeah. Remember that really big Smash image that they used for one of the first trailers that showed the camera go in and you got to see pretty much every character one by one as it was happening in the image? Like, that was a really cool moment. But the thing with this is this is really interesting to me because with all the recent hype that's going around for Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl, and then we just got, not that long ago, the cinematic trailer for Warner Brothers and MultiVersus game. I think this is an interesting coincidence that Disney apparently is sort of playing around with this idea of a Smash Brothers kind of thing. Not in that like this is a real game that's going to exist, although it would be really funny if it was. It'd be really. I think that. I think this is a nice little tribute to Disney Afternoon. Also, kind of like, tickling the fancies of the Smash in the platform fighting community for people who want to see these big crossover games. And make no mistake, Disney has a massive library that they could pull from for a game like that. I mean, I said this before, but if Disney's gonna own everything, at least make something that's fun to play, or whatever, fun to watch. I mean, we don't get really much say in what Disney can and can't buy, as they're pretty much going to do whatever they want to do anyway. So, give us something fun then, you know. But anyway, I've talked about the whole rumor about there being like several platform fighters in the works, and this was right around the time that I think it was that part of that initial leak. Excuse me, for MultiVersus, where the person was like, no, this WB fighting platformer game is real. It's coming. There's also others that are trying to do this as well that have some pretty big IPs. I think, and I'm not sure, but I think there's a Lego platform fighter out now. I think it was called Lego Brawls or something like that, but that may not even be a platform fighter, so don't quote me on that one. But I've said before that Disney would make a lot of sense to do something like this. There's a racing game that's supposed to come out sometime this summer that's got a lot of that's basically going to be like their Mario Kart, but every racer actually has unique abilities, which is not like Mario Kart. But I've been saying this: a Disney platform fighter, a big crossover like this supposed game here, this Afternoon Fight Fest, would be cool. The problem I have with this particular idea of the Fight Fest, the Afternoon Fight Fest, is it's too limiting. Now, I get why they did that here, as this was supposed to be a specific throwback to Disney Afternoon, with Gargoyles and the Rescue Rangers and Goof Troop even. There you see, there's Darkwing Duck there. Interesting, they put Abu in there because he was originally from like one of the feature films, but Aladdin got a TV series, Hercules got a TV series, The Little Mermaid had a TV series. Again, there you see Timon and Pumbaa, they had their own show. Of course, DuckTales, you got Scrooge and the nephews there. Baloo from Tailspin, I loved Tailspin back in the day. I don't know who those characters are in the upper right corner, though. I know Bonkers the cop, which probably I think a lot of people would probably agree that this Chip and Dale movie probably should have been a Bonkers movie. But I'm not even sure if Bonkers was like a character in this film. I haven't watched it yet. I want to watch it, but I know there's some questionable things that they did regarding the villain of the movie, but I still want to watch them. I still want to watch it because I loved Chip and Dale back in the day, and they ran it on Disney Junior, I think, or I can't remember. They ran it on one of the Disney channels for the first time in like 20-something years. Like, it's been a long time, and it's so weird to see It's very strange to see these, like, when they do finally bring out these old cartoons, because Disney rarely does that. I always used to think, like, Cartoon Network was cool because they would still run old stuff from time to time, or at least they had, like, Boomerang for that. And then now Boomerang's just a wasteland of nothing as far as the channel goes. I don't even know if the Boomerang app was even, I don't even know. I don't think there was much on that either. They had hyped up the app. Now HBO Max is getting everything, so at least you'll be able to see something somewhere. But it's disappointing to see the Boomerang channel kind of fail like that. We're getting off the topic of the game, this potential game, or this hypothetical game, or whatever we're talking about here. I think that this idea does not go far enough, because if you're going to do a Disney platform fighter, you can't just limit it to your original tunes or the Disney Afternoon or whatever, or even the feature films. Because that's what Kingdom Hearts does that. Like, Kingdom Hearts takes the feature films and Mickey's core cast, and then the rare exemption for, like, Scrooge McDuck, and puts them in there. But if you're going to do the big crossover platform fighter, just go ahead and just go for the whole thing. Let me be able to fight Goliath with the Hulk. Come on, put in the Marvel characters. I want to see Darkwing Duck go up against Captain America. Or let's have Iron Man face Darth Vader. And don't forget, Disney has completely embraced The Simpsons. Put in Homer. Put in Bart. They also own Family Guy. I've been talking on Twitter a lot about, I really hope that the rumor from next season's of the current next season for Fortnite, supposed to have Indiana Jones and Darth Vader in it. There was supposedly a leak that was going around. I saw the image that would suggest that Peter Griffin might be coming to Fortnite next season. I would like to see them actually do that. Put Peter in this Disney game. Like, it would be ridiculous, but that's what people want. They want the ridiculousness. And like I remember seeing a few people upset that, like, the Iron Giant's gonna be a fighter in MultiVersus, but, like, because his whole thing is that he's not a weapon. He's just a giant metal guy. That doesn't mean he's a weapon. He doesn't want to fight and destroy. But it's a video game. Come on. Like somebody pointed out, nobody cares that Mario fights Peach in Smash Brothers, so why would we care that the Iron Giant can be in this game? It's just a game. But yeah, I want to be able to see Mickey Mouse fight, like I said, Goliath here. I would love to see a fighting game where you could have Goliath in there. That would be really cool. And some of the other Gargoyles villains. And who else is there? There's a gummy bear on there. Like, you could do something fun with the gummy bears, I think, with the bounce gimmick. But yeah, you could work a lot of these characters here into some cool stuff. I mean, Scrooge got his hands dirty in the DuckTales show several times. Both of them, in fact, I think. I haven't seen that much of the new DuckTales, but I mean, it doesn't seem very bad. Actually, I probably shouldn't word it that way. I mean, it doesn't seem bad at all. It's a little different. But that different doesn't mean bad. But yeah, like, I want a Disney platformer. I really do. Because especially MultiVersus seems to be, it's shaping up to be there's a lot of very cool character stuff in the MultiVersus game where the characters are doing things that are very accurate to them. Even just like animations and all. Like, go watch anybody play as Tom and Jerry and see the way that Tom and Jerry animate when you're fighting with them, because every move looks like Tom's trying to kill Jerry. And it's really well done. And I think that, like, but just like MultiVersus has a budget behind it, Nick Brawl did not. You can tell from just the graphics in the game, which Nick Brawl does not look bad. Want to repeat that. Nick Brawl actually looks very good. You just can tell the difference between the budgets of the two games. Disney, of course, is not hurting for money. They've got tons of it. if you're going to do a game like this, they need to go all in. And hopefully, if a game like this, if a Disney platformer is not already in the works, maybe they'll see some of the hype for Nick Brawl and MultiVersus and see the money that Warner Brothers threw at MultiVersus to get this game to look really good and make a really good cinematic trailer. I want to say that, if you haven't seen that yet, go look for it. But both days where Nick Brawl, and like this happened within a week of each other. Nick Brawl announced Jenny, XJ9 from My Life as a Teenage Robot, Hugh Neutron, and then Rocco from Rocco's Modern Life. All of those characters trended on Twitter for the whole day. And there were plenty of memes about Hugh and how funny it was and how good he looked in the game. And people were very excited for Jenny to be in the game. And a lot of people, I don't think people were as receptive for Rocco, but I think a lot of people respected that they actually would put in a classic Nicktoon character like Rocco. But even then, later when MultiVersus dropped their cinematic trailer a few days later, that trended all over Twitter that day. So there's a lot of hype for both of these games, despite each one's strengths and weaknesses. I know one of the devs said that, for Nick Brawl, that he doesn't really like the comparison to Smash Brothers, or people call it, the Smash Killer, which I've only ever said that, in jest. Like, I think that's ridiculous, the idea that people, have to pick and choose which of the platform fighters they want to play. Play them all. But anyway, like, I've always just thought it was funny. Or just funny in a, sad way that people actually think that, like, the term Smash Killer needs to actually be serious. But there's a lot of hype for these games. And I think that there's room for all of them. Because I think each one and each media company has, these big libraries that you can play with and you can, pull from anything. Disney probably has more than Warner Brothers and Nickelodeon together. If I had to guess. As much as Disney has bought up everything, and like I said, you could do your Disney afternoon stuff. You could do Mickey and Minnie. You can bring in Star Wars. You could bring in Marvel. You can bring in the Fox animation stuff. Like, what else do they own? I guess they own Bob's Burgers now. Put Bob in there. Put Gene, or just, or Tina. Tina's like the big meme character from that show. Put her in there. I said Family Guy. Hank Hill. Put Hank Hill in there. Like the craziness that you could come up with from a game like that. But like I said, if they're gonna do it, you gotta go big. Go ahead and just go all in on it. Put in Mickey, put in Darkwing, put in Captain America, put in Luke Skywalker, put in Peter Griffin. Let's do it. We got to do it. But what do you guys think? Like, do you think that a Disney platformer would be cool? If so, who would you want to see in there? I've rattled off a bunch of different characters. Like, they have so many, man. And that's why I really hope they'll do this, because it could be very good. It's going to depend on the gameplay and how they present the game. Like, I think the initial Nick Brawl reveal, it was so surprising. Nobody was really expecting that. It just kind of came out of nowhere. Like, the game leaked one day, and then the next day we got like the big trailer reveal and announcement. Like, there was not a lot of time between the initial info getting out there and then we had something to actually look at. MultiVersus was a little bit different. We knew about it a little while before they actually confirmed it, but people had already looked up and discovered that there were trademarks, I think, copyrights or whatever, registered to Warner Brothers for the name MultiVersus. So it looked very real. And people were saying, yeah, some industry people on the inside are telling me this is a real game. It's coming, so I don't know. I want to see a Disney platformer. Do you guys want to see one? Let me know. Like and subscribe, and check out all my other videos talking about this and all my other gameplay videos if you would. But until we find out whether or not there's going to be a Disney platformer, guess we're just going to have to wait. Till then, see you later.